This afternoon, I want to talk to you about three lights that shined. And during my mentoring days, my coaching days, and I want to talk about the three lights of Detroit Kettering, Detroit Frederick Douglass, and Detroit City Highs. Detroit Kettering was a little different than the latter two because it was a recognized public school, uh, one of the major schools in Detroit, and it had established players already. Players that were already talented. They just need a little touch-up training and physical training and skills. Get little things together. But they were basically already talented kids that just needed to have a little bit of direction. And I had some fabulous years there because it was my starting point. Uh, my children, I had some children that went through there and graduated from there, and one of my sons was playing football there and running track. So it was important to me. And the kids, I started off just visiting. I'm a Martin Luther King graduate, and King couldn't stand Kettering back in my days. And so when I started being around them and shouting and rooting for them because my son went there, it was a little bit of surprise to me that I would ever eventually become a part of the coaching staff at Kettering because me being a King Crusader. And eventually the kids became like sons to me, you know, and they became like a family being at Kettering, and they respected me and they responded to me because I was like that enthusiastic coach that got out there and ran with them and trained with them and rooted them on. And I mean, I hollered at the top of my lungs. I picked them up from school. I took them home. I did the other things beside the coaching, the love part, you know, the mentoring, the parenting, the counseling, and to this day, the love is reciprocated to me, and that means more to me than anything. The only thing there is I didn't get a chance to have my light shine because they had a coaching staff in place that had been there for quite a while, and they had an established thing. But my thing was with the players. Then on to Detroit Frederick Douglass on Mack and Shane, and old neighborhood over there on Mack and Shane, and those kids over there were a little different. Supposedly these were bad kids, rejected kids, kids that had been kicked out of the regular public school, if you will, one step away from jail or prison, hard to handle kids. And I came over there, and right off the bat, not long after I came over there, we clicked. And I showed them that they could have love. They could have a coach from a major school to come in and mentor them and make them into winners, and that they could be anything they wanted to be. And they were just as important, just as special as anybody on this earth. And I gave them that. But many of them didn't have fathers, and I became that father. My family became their family. And that was important to me. And we turned that school around and made history in basketball and in football. For the first time, the school basketball team went to the regionals, and the football team made the playoffs for the first time in that school's history. A school that had been overlooked and abandoned. When you saw that school, Frederick Douglass, on your schedule, you marked it as a win. That changed. And Coach Pitts, Coach Musaware, who brought me in, introduced me to Coach Pitts, who kept me there with him, not only JV, but varsity. He never let me leave his side. I would lead the team in off of the bus into each arena that we played in. He always had me in front. Opportunity had arrived. And on from there, him and I both went on to Detroit City High. And at Detroit City High, once again, history. Making the regionals and into the finals and on to the Breslin Center for the state championship semifinals, and then one time the finals. 3 times I had the opportunity to go to the Breslin Center. Those kids, same kind of kids. You went through so much things over there, with girls and boys. I was able to coach not only basketball with the girls, with the boys, but the girls as well. Changing lives, counseling, mentoring, talking to the kids, getting relationships, having that love, pouring out love and having that love reciprocated, gaining some respect eventually to those kids that nobody else could do anything with. So those three lights that shine at one time in my life, so much so, the regrets that I had is that my own kids, my 8 kids, my 6 boys and 2 girls, felt like I looked at those kids more than I did them until they got older. And now that they're grown, they understand that they had my wife and I, they had parents and these kids didn't, was the reason why Dad gave so much. Because of what Dad had in him, that spirit of God, the spirit of Jesus, that love that flows from heart, soul to soul, spirit to spirit, is why. And all that I had been through in my own lifetime, my own drinking, my own drugs, minor drugs, weed, pills, my own disobedience and gang banging and chasing women and my own skipping school. Gave a major part of me being able to mentor to those kids. Because you can't talk about something that you ain't been through and experienced your own self. And now, Father God, now is why I tell my own children, my own family, first of all, you can overcome anything. I've been through depression. I've been through wanting to give up, hang up, and end my life. I've been through all of those things where I just wanted to give up, felt like I was useless, felt like I had just let my family down and didn't want to live anymore. I've been through that. I've been through losing all my friends. I'm here to tell you all of my friends that I have, my drinking buddies, my hanging buddies, passed on at early ages because they continued when God knocked me completely down, knocked me down for a reason. And I felt like I was a square when I quit drinking. Felt like I was a boring person to be around. But all in all, God showed me after He gave me the desires of my heart, which were kids, which was a family, which was a wife, for the second time over, that I could be happy. That I could be happy without those things that I thought was the only thing that could make me happy. And to be able to go out there and let those 3 lights shine at a period of time where all of those schools are now closed. But for that moment in time, those 3 lights shined. The 3 lights that shined at that moment in time. And now, Father God, being able to have a home right directly next to my church I was raised up in, and to be able to, my daughter and I, my youngest daughter and I, who is a minister now, the youth minister at that church now, we have our own Spirit of Prosperity ministries within the church and outreach into the community. And being able to have this joy and happiness that I have, I'm constantly in prayer and I'm constantly at peace. I had a miracle last year, a miracle. In my lifetime, I experienced a miracle. And all I want to do now is give back and share. Share what I know God can do and what He's doing. And that there's a better way to my children. There's a better way. You come to Jesus, all that heartache and pain and things that you're suffering will end. All you got to do is try it, trust Him. Even if you tried and you thought you tried and it failed, try Him. Try Him again. Let Him shine. Let Him come into your life. Let Him give Him a chance. You tried everything else. You tried your so-called friends. You tried these so-called relationships. You tried all of these things that are failing and making you miserable. You don't have to be miserable. It's all within yourself. Whatever things I did to myself, I did to myself. The things I went through, I did to myself. Jesus was always there with the door open. He's standing at the door, y'all. He's knocking. He's knocking right next door at Pure in Heart. He's knocking with our new ministry, Spirit of Prosperity, with blessings and miracles if you just give him a chance. You just come. Come. Now I say to you, Detroit, I say to you, the outskirts of Michigan, all across the world, you want to make something viral, don't let it be a music. Don't let it be violence. Let it be for a change. Something right out of the Motor City, right out of the D, right out of Detroit that goes viral. A positive thing. Something positive. Mentorship, education, peace, love, unity. We can do this, y'all. Spread the love. Spread this video. Share it to your pages. Share it within your families. We only live short time on this earth. Enjoy it. Come together with your families. Make up. Have forgiveness in your heart. And most of all, let Jesus in. Come to Jesus. Uplift and praise his mighty name. Have a great, great rest of your afternoon.